History behind songs. It starts with a scarf, not a stadium, not a hit on the charts, not even a chorus, just a scarf. And from that simple object, Taylor Swift crafted one of the most emotionally devastating and beloved songs of her entire discography, All Too Well. But what made this song, initially hidden deep in her 2012 album Red, explode into an anthem of heartbreak for an entire generation? And what secrets are still buried in its lyrics, waiting to be untangled? To understand All Too Well, you have to go back in time, not just to when it was written, but to the emotional storm that birthed it. Because this song wasn't planned. It wasn't even supposed to exist the way it does. In 2010, Taylor Swift was 20. Her fame was exploding, but her personal life was caught in a whirlwind. That year, she briefly dated actor Jake Gyllenhaal, who was nearly a decade older than her. Their relationship lasted only a few months, but for Swift, it left a deep emotional imprint. And from that short, intense chapter came a song she didn't even intend to write. During a rehearsal session, Taylor began improvising, singing memories as they came to her. The scarf, the car ride, the maple lattes, dancing in the refrigerator light. These weren't metaphors, these were snapshots. Her band kept playing, the raw emotion took over. And in the middle of that studio, All Too Well was born, uncut, unscripted, and 10 minutes long. What makes All Too Well so haunting is its intimacy. Unlike the radio-ready hits that dominate the charts, this song unfolds like a confessional diary. From the very first lines, Taylor takes us on a journey through memory. The scarf left at his sister's house, the drive upstate, the first signs of love. Every lyric is drenched in nostalgia. But it's not just longing, there's tension beneath it, a slow unraveling of something once beautiful, now bitter. When she sings, "You kept me like a secret, but I kept you like an oath," it's more than poetic, it's an accusation, one that millions of listeners felt echoed their own heartbreak. When Red was released in 2012, All Too Well wasn't a single. It didn't even get a music video. But fans knew. Swifties clung to that track like a sacred relic. Over the years, it became a cult favorite, praised for its lyricism, its honesty, and the way it captured the feeling of remembering something you desperately want to forget. It was less a song and more a shared heartbreak, wrapped in melodies and piano chords. But what truly transformed All Too Well from a fan favorite into a cultural event came nearly a decade later. In 2021, Taylor began re-recording her old albums after a very public dispute over the rights to her original masters. This was more than a business move, it was personal. And with Red Taylor's version, she gave the world something fans had only heard rumors about, the mythical 10-minute version of All Too Well. Unedited, raw, complete. It wasn't just a longer song, it was a deeper wound. In this version, she adds stinging lines like, "And I was never good at telling jokes, but the punchline goes, I'll get older, but your lovers stay my age." A direct jab, a brutal truth, a lyric that sparked thousands of think pieces. To accompany this emotional epic, Taylor directed a short film starring Sadie Sink and Dylan O'Brien, portraying a couple whose love story mirrors the one in the song. The film didn't just visualize the lyrics, it expanded them. It gave faces to the memories. It gave voice to the silences. And it cemented All Too Well, 10-minute version, as more than just a song. It became cinema. It became therapy. It became legend. But beyond the gossip, beyond the Hollywood names and the Easter eggs, lies the core reason All Too Well resonates so deeply. It's not just about Taylor and Jake. It's about anyone who has loved too hard, remembered too much, and carried a broken heart far longer than they wanted to. The song captures the cruelty of time, how we can forget dates, names, even whole years. But certain moments stay burned into our minds. A laugh, a fight, a drive, a scarf. The real genius of All Too Well isn't just in its storytelling, it's in its restraint. Taylor could have named names. She could have added tabloid-worthy details, but she didn't need to. Because when she sings, maybe we got lost in translation, maybe I asked for too much. She's not just telling her story, she's telling ours. The story of a love that felt like a movie until the credits rolled too soon. So what makes this song last? Why over a decade later is All Too Well still being played, quoted, and cried over? Because it speaks the language of memory. It doesn't just describe pain, it makes you feel it again. And somehow in that ache, we find comfort. We remember our own scars, and we realize we're not alone. In the end, it's not about the scarf. It's about the pieces of ourselves we leave behind in other people's stories, and how, no matter how much time passes, we remember it all too well. Thank you for watching.